When you think of Florida, your mind probably jumps to sunshine, beaches, maybe even alligator or two, right? But there's a smaller, sneakier risk that's been on the rise in our own backyards and parks. So today, we're going to talk about something you might not expect: the surprising surge of ticks right here in the Sunshine State. Okay, look at this number: 70 per 100,000. What is that? Well, that was the rate of visits for tick bites across the Southeast, Florida included, just last summer. I mean, that's not just a random statistic. It's a real wake-up call that this is something we've got to pay attention to. So let's get right into the why. How did Florida, of all places, suddenly become a new hotspot for ticks? And what in the world does that mean for those of us who just want to enjoy the outdoors? Yeah, you heard that right. Florida has officially cracked the top 25 list for states with the biggest tick populations. And here's the kicker: it turns out the very things we absolutely love about our state, the warm weather, that classic humidity, all the lush green spaces, well, those things make it a perfect paradise for ticks too. So the million-dollar question is, why is this happening now? What's changed? Well, it really boils down to three key factors that are fueling this surge, and we're going to break them down one by one. First up, and it's a big one, is our climate. Just think about it. A really cold, harsh winter used to act like nature's reset button, right? It would kill off a huge number of ticks, but with our winters getting milder, way more of them are surviving year to year. This gives them a massive head start in the spring and a much, much longer season to thrive. And then there is our environment itself. That signature Florida humidity that we all know and, well, that we live with. For ticks, it's like a five-star resort. It helps them stay hydrated and active, and what that means is, unlike in other states, our tick season never really shuts down. They can be out and about pretty much all year long. And the third piece of the puzzle, wildlife. We gotta talk about deer. As Florida's deer population has boomed, we've basically rolled out the red carpet for ticks. Each deer is like a walking, talking taxi service for them, carrying dozens, sometimes hundreds of ticks all over the state, helping them feed, reproduce, and find new territory. Okay, so now we know why their population is exploding. So let's meet the two main culprits you're most likely to cross paths with here in Florida, because honestly, knowing what you're looking for is half the battle. All right, here are the two key players. First, you've got the black-legged tick, which a lot of people call the deer tick. This is the one famous for carrying Lyme disease, and it's most active from the fall all the way through spring. But the one you're actually most likely to find is the Lone Star tick. It's tied to diseases like ehrlichiosis, and its busiest time hits right in the peak of summer, from about February to October. Now, let's get to the most important part. What can you actually do about all this? This isn't about being scared, it's about being prepared. So let's talk about your personal tick defense plan. It's all about simple steps that make a huge difference. These 4 steps are seriously your best line of defense. First, just dress smart. If you're heading into the woods, long sleeves and pants are a game changer. And yeah, tucking your pants into your socks might look a little silly, but it works. Second, check yourself. Every single time you come back inside, make it a habit. Check yourself, check your kids, and definitely check your pets. Third, take care of your yard. Keeping the grass cut short and getting rid of leaf piles eliminates the places ticks love to hide. And finally, hey, if you need to, call in the pros. There's no shame in getting a pest control service to treat your property. When you boil it all down, it really comes back to one key idea: vigilance. The goal here is just to make tick awareness a normal, automatic part of how you enjoy the outdoors in Florida. So, the main takeaway is pretty clear. Yes, tick activity is on the rise, but this is a threat we can absolutely manage. Being vigilant and using those simple preventative steps we just talked about, those are the most powerful tools you have to keep yourself and your family safe. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. The next time you're planning a hike, a trip to the park, or even just some time in your own backyard, ask yourself, is my routine ready for Florida's new reality? Stay safe out there, everyone.